Have you ever felt like money is controlling your life? Despite your hard work, do you still struggle to maintain a comfortable lifestyle? In today's world, personal finance seems to be one of the biggest concerns. We are constantly striving for more, better jobs, bigger houses, and more stuff. But have you ever stopped to think that the Bible offers timeless wisdom on how to manage money responsibly? Today, we're going to dive deep into the financial principles from the Bible. How to manage money with responsibility, avoid the love of money, and spend wisely. These principles help you save money and lead to a peaceful, contented life. Money, wealth, and possessions can easily become the focal point of our lives. We are indoctrinated to pursue the next big thing, enhance our lifestyle, and amass a substantial amount of wealth. It's effortless to succumb to the relentless pursuit of wealth accumulation. But have you ever asked yourself, why am I working so hard to earn more money? What is the true purpose of money in my life? Many times, despite working tirelessly, we still feel empty, unfulfilled, and dissatisfied. Imagine you're a recent college graduate, entering the workforce with a decent salary. Your first paycheck feels like a triumph, and the world appears at your feet. Instead of saving and investing, though, you start spending on luxury items. Over time, your bills pile up, credit card debt becomes unmanageable, and you're stuck in a cycle of living paycheck to paycheck. It feels like you're winning, but deep down, you realize something is missing. You may have the best car or the newest gadgets, but none of it brings lasting satisfaction. At the core of this phenomenon is a misunderstanding of what money is for. Money is a tool, but it's easy to make it the goal. That's why it's essential to learn how to manage it in a way that aligns with biblical values and brings peace, rather than stress. The Bible teaches us that money is not the ultimate goal in life. In Luke 16 verse 11, Jesus said, "So if you have not been trustworthy in handling worldly wealth, who will trust you with true riches?" This verse teaches us that before we can ask God for more wealth, we must first prove ourselves responsible with what we already have. Being responsible with your money means budgeting, keeping track of your spending, and being mindful of where your money is going. It's not just about how much you make, but how well you manage what you already have. Start with budgeting. A budget is the first step in being a good steward. Know where your money is going, track your income and your expenses. Whether you're earning a little or a lot, budgeting will help you keep control of your finances. Set goals for saving and investing. It's not just about setting money aside but about planning for future needs, emergencies, and opportunities. Take John, for example. He was a young professional, like many of us. But he wasn't taught about budgeting or saving growing up. He spent every paycheck as soon as he received it, only to end up in debt. Then, he decided to follow biblical principles, starting with creating a budget. He cut unnecessary expenses and began saving. Over time, he was able to build an emergency fund and make investments that brought peace to his life. How can you start budgeting today? Can you identify one area where you can cut back on spending to start saving for your future? 1 Timothy 6 verse 10 offers a stern warning, "For the love of money is the root of all evil, and some people, eager for money, have wandered from the faith and pierced themselves with many griefs." The key here is the love of money, not money itself. Money is necessary for survival and to help others, but when it becomes the center of our lives, it leads to harm. Think about it. How often do we place our hope in money? How often do we equate success with the amount of money we have in our bank accounts? Money becomes an idol when it dictates your choices, your values, and your goals. Consider a story of a businessman who had it all: wealth, success, and recognition. Yet, despite all of his material gains, he was miserable. His family had fallen apart, his health deteriorated, and he felt empty inside. One day, he realized that his love of money had driven him away from the things that truly mattered: his faith, his family, and his peace of mind. Rather than constantly striving for wealth, shift your focus to finding contentment in what you already have, and trust that God will provide for your needs. Proverbs 21 verse 20 says, "The wise store up choice food and olive oil, but fools gulp theirs down." The Bible encourages us to save and to live frugally. It's not about hoarding but about planning for the future and being wise with our resources. Start by creating a savings plan. Make sure you're setting aside money for emergencies, for the future, and for any unexpected expenses. Maria put forth a lot of effort in her work, yet she consistently experienced financial hardship. She heard a sermon on Proverbs 21 verse 20 and decided to change her habits. She started saving 10% of her income every month. Over time, that small habit grew into an emergency fund that provided peace when her car broke down unexpectedly. Avoid impulse buying. Before making any big purchase, ask yourself if it aligns with your values and goals. Consider if it's a need or a want. What are some areas in your life where you could cut back on spending to save more? Are there areas where you can live more simply? Generosity is a major theme in the Bible. In 2 Corinthians 9 verse 7, it says, "Each of you should give what you have decided in your heart to give, not reluctantly or under compulsion, for God loves a cheerful giver." Generosity is about the heart, not the amount. Generosity changes our perspective. It helps us focus on others rather than ourselves. And it fosters contentment by reminding us that we have enough to share. One woman, Sarah, decided to give a portion of her income to help a local charity. Although it wasn't a significant amount, Sarah's generosity came directly from her heart. Over time, she noticed a shift in her life. She felt more content, less focused on what she didn't have, and more fulfilled knowing that her giving was making a difference in others' lives. Look around you. Is there someone in need? Start small, but start giving. Whether it's financially or with your time, generosity brings peace to both the giver and the receiver. So let's recap the 4 key principles for managing finances according to the Bible. 1. Responsible money management. Be mindful and intentional about how you handle your finances. 2. Avoid the love of money. Don't let the pursuit of wealth become your master. 3. Spend wisely and save. Practice frugality. Save for the future, and avoid overspending. 4. Be generous. Share with those in need and live with an open hand. What can you do today to start applying these principles? Start by creating a budget. Set financial goals for saving and debt repayment. Make a decision today to prioritize contentment over wealth. And start looking for opportunities to give, whether it's time, money, or love. If you found these principles helpful, share this video with your friends and family. Let's encourage each other to live wisely, manage our money well, and reflect God's love through our finances. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content that will inspire and challenge you to live a life that honors God in every way. Thank you for watching. May God guide you in your financial journey, and may His peace and wisdom be with you as you manage the resources He has entrusted to you.